Start with a fast-paced montage of people glued to their phone screens on the street, at dinner, in bed. What if this little black mirror that runs our entire lives, just vanished? What if the next time you wanted to check a message, get directions, translate a conversation, or even buy a coffee, you didn't have to pull this out of your pocket? What if all that power, and a whole lot more, was tucked away in your ears, whispering the digital world to you without ever stealing your eyes from the real one? This isn't some far-off sci-fi scene. It's a future that's being built right now in labs from Silicon Valley to we're all dealing with screen fatigue, digital burnout, and that sense of being constantly on but never really there. It was supposed to connect us, but in a lot of ways, it's left us more isolated, heads down, lost in a digital world while the real one just rolls on by. The central problem is the screen itself. It demands our most precious and limited resource, our visual attention. As you make your coffee, your earbuds, which have been working with your phone to track your sleep, give you a quick audio rundown of how you slept, telling you about your REM and deep sleep cycles. They see you've got a big presentation in your calendar. Notice your heart rate is a little up and suggest a 5-minute breathing exercise to help you chill out. Instead of us having to learn the machine's language of taps and swipes, the machine is learning ours. Voice and hearing. The earbud is growing up from a simple speaker into a tiny, always-on computer and audio computer. Companies are already working to put things like ChatGPT directly into earbuds, letting you have a full conversation with an AI that can book a table, summarize an article, or answer weirdly specific questions, all hands-free. We're getting into the era of zero UI, where you control your tech without touching a screen. These are tiny, silicon-based speakers that are more precise, more reliable, and way more power efficient than the old-school drivers in most earbuds. If you're as fascinated by this screenless future as I am, take a second to subscribe. We get into these kinds of tech shifts every single week, and you won't want to miss what's around the corner. What's the why behind this big push for a screenless world? It's about more than just making things easier. When your earbuds wake you with your sleep data, it's not just info. It's a system designed to look out for your well-being in the background, instead of yelling for your attention. It creates a sense of calm and control, which is the exact opposite of the notification anxiety we all live with now. The mental energy it takes to constantly switch tasks, check emails, and deal with stuff that isn't urgent is huge. Handing all that off to a smart agent frees you up to focus on what really matters: deep work, creative thinking, or just quality time with people you love. Your earbuds become a gatekeeper, protecting your focus so you can go deeper into your work and your relationships. Pioneers like Zimems and USound are leading the charge, promising to deliver incredible, high-res audio in a smaller package. You can't watch a movie, play a graphics-heavy game, edit a photo, or just scroll through a website on an earbud. Voice commands are great for simple things, but try writing a detailed email, or coding, or editing a document with just your voice. All the heavy lifting, the AI processing, the internet connection, running the apps, that still happens on the phone. We want our earbuds to be tiny and light so we can wear them all day. But that's the polar opposite of what you need for a big battery. Even with more efficient tech, like MEMS, speakers, running powerful AI, a bunch of sensors, they just do you and have the physical space for the processors and modems. They need to be a truly standalone device. They'll be our go-to for all the on-the-go background interactions. If the tech was perfect tomorrow, would you trade your smartphone for a pair of superpowered earbuds? They won't replace the screen in our pocket, but they will dramatically cut down on how often we need to stare at it. The future probably isn't a total replacement, but more of a rebalancing. It's about building a healthier, less intrusive relationship with our tech, where we're the ones in control. The future isn't screenless, but it is screen, and that small but powerful change is being led by the tiny devices in our ears. What we're really seeing is the next stage of how we use technology. The personal tech ecosystem. In this future, your phone will probably stay as the central hub, the powerhouse processor, the beautiful screen, and the solid connection to the internet. They're becoming the main way we interact with our health data, with AI, and with all kinds of audio. The combination of advanced sensors, smart AI, and seamless connectivity is creating a whole new category of tech. Gesture controls are cool, but they're still brand new and cooey and come close to the speed and precision of a touchscreen keyboard. An AI can read you an article, sure, but it can't show you the design, the photos, and the layout that give it meaning. It's about making tech that is so well designed and so intuitive that it just disappears. It's to use that whispered guidance to live a fuller, more attentive life in the real one. It's a high-tech path back to being present. This tech is so efficient, it can free up space for more sensors and bigger batteries, making earbuds more comfortable to wear all day, and maybe even all night. Gesture controls are getting smarter. Some earbuds already let you nod to take a call, but that's just the start. But let's pull back for a reality check. As cool as the idea is, there are some major roadblocks that will stop earbuds from completely killing our smartphones anytime soon. Language is one of the oldest walls between cultures. Tearing it down, the Cizeli opens the door to real understanding. That's a level of connection you just can't get while fumbling with a phone app. Companies are even developing wristbands that can read tiny muscle movements, letting you control devices with a flick of a finger. You're safer because you can hear what's going on, especially with new open-ear designs that don't plug you up. This is tech that encourages you to be present, not absent. It weaves the digital into the physical world instead of replacing it. The mix of voice, simple head gestures, and eventually more complex hand movements will create a way to interact that doesn't need a screen at all. The dream is to create an AI that's just there, a natural extension of you that lives in your ear. We navigate our cities by staring at a glowing map instead of looking at the actual streets. What if there was a way to get all the perks of our connected world, the info, the communication, the help with all the attention tax? The latest earbuds are being loaded with biometric sensors. Sennheiser's Momentum Sport can already track heart rate and body temperature. Future versions of Apple's AirPods Pro are rumored to be heading in the same direction, potentially turning them into powerful wellness tools. We're even seeing earbuds that can perform hearing tests, blurring the line between a gadget and health tech. Imagine your earbuds, noticing you're tired and suggesting you take a break. That's where we're headed. That's the big promise of an audio-first future, a concept sometimes called Zero UI, or the screenless interface. It's this idea that tech should be in the background, working for us intuitively, without making us stop what we're doing to stare at it. And the main vehicle for this revolution is the one piece of tech that is already in our ears. Instead, as they speak their language, you hear a near real-time translation in your ear. And all day, your AI assistant has been quietly managing your schedule and sorting your emails, only flagging what's actually important, all without you glancing at a screen. We capture moments to post them online instead of just living in them. Our conversations are interrupted by that buzz in our pocket, a silent order to divert our attention from the person sitting right across from us. The trusty earbud is getting a radical upgrade. It's becoming smarter, more powerful, and more tangled up in our lives than ever before. You ask for directions to a new cafe, and instead of a map, you just get simple audio cues. Turn left at the next corner. No screen to follow, just a voice in your ear, leaving your eyes free to check out the world. At the cafe, you order, and you pay with a simple head nod, a feature being developed so your earbuds can authorize a payment. So the question isn't if our earbuds will become essential, but whether they re on a path to make the smartphone, the single most dominant piece of tech of our time, totally obsolete. Are we about to step into a screenless future? And is the next great leap in technology hiding in plain sight, right inside our ears? 1. The tyranny of the screen. The smartphone gave us the world, but it also took something big away from us. We live in an age of constant distraction, our attention shattered by a never-ending flood of notifications, updates, and the magnetic pull of the infinite scroll. We talk about screen time like it's a chore we have to manage, a guilty pleasure we know isn't good for us. But man, it's hard to resist. The smartphone, for all its magic, has become a wall. 2. The what-if bridge. The rise of the audio computer. You head out for a walk. As you go, you listen to your messages, read to you by your personal AI. You dictate a reply without breaking your stride. Later, you're in a meeting with a colleague from another country. You're not fumbling with a translation app. Now, this isn't a pipe dream. Every single part of this scenario is being worked on and polished today. 3. The how. The technology, making it real. First, AI is becoming a real partner. We're flying past simple commands like, "Hey Siri, what's the weather?" Second, earbuds are becoming serious health devices. The ear is actually a fantastic spot to measure VO. Finally, the hardware itself is getting a massive boost. Sound quality is taking a huge leap thanks to MEMS, or micro-electromechanical system speakers. All this tech is coming together at a wild pace. It's a lot to process, and we're really just scratching the surface here. For a day without a screen. The why. When you're walking down the street with audio directions, you're actually aware of your surroundings. Your head is up. And that real-time translation is not just a cool gimmick. It's a tool for real human connection. Finally, when your AI assistant filters your digital life for you, it's giving you back your most valuable resources: time and focus. 5. The but, the hurdles and reality check. First, and most obvious, is the lack of a screen. Our world runs on visual information. Processing power and connectivity are another huge barrier. Earbuds are getting smarter, but they still lean heavily on the smartphone to do the thinking. And finally, you have the classic problem: battery life. The path earbuds are on looks a lot like the early days of the smartphone. Your earbuds, though, will become its most important partner. So, what do you think? Is a future where you barely look at your phone something you're excited about?